Hey YouTube, today we're going to be looking at a forgotten rifle, and what we have here in front of us is a pair of Ruger Mini 14s. And what we're going to talk about today is whether the Ruger Mini 14 is outdated. So before we get started, I'm going to let you know that neither one of these Ruger Mini 14s are loaded, and they've been safety checked, and as I pick them up I will show you there's nothing in them. So let's talk about the Ruger Mini 14. The Ruger Mini 14 was designed in 1974. It came out in 1974. And really what it was a scaled down version of the M14 rifle that was issued to the military back in like around the 60s and all, in the 70s. And the M14 was a 308 style rifle, and the Ruger Mini 14, hence Mini 14 scaled down, was chambered in 5.56, and it was a huge success. Ruger does a very great job at manufacturing guns at a budget price, and puts out a very great product. So the two examples we have right here in front of us is a first year ever Ruger Mini 14. This one was produced in 1974 and is the 180 serial number. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to show you the breech is open and there is nothing in it. So this gun was the first year of production, and one of the unique things about this, which you don't see a lot, is this wooden heat guard on top. A lot of the newer ones have a plastic heat shield on them, and I'll show you that here in a second when I show you the next one. But this one has a wooden one, and this is a first year production. Let me flip this over and show you the serial number. It's a 180 serial number, all wooden stock, beautiful gun, beautiful rifle in remarkable condition. Has a 20 round Ruger factory magazine in it. Just a great gun. Now, a couple things about the Ruger Mini 14 is it had a really thin barrel, and a lot of people have made complaints about these are not as accurate as some of the new tactical that's what I like to use, tactical rifles and all. And when these rifles get heated up, the accuracy suffers just a little bit. Well, Ruger made a change around 1987. They made it a little bit beefier barrel on them, and they threaded the barrel on the end and put like a flash suppressor on them, kind of like an AR and stuff, and it kind of fixed that problem. I really don't see a huge accuracy problem with that, because you're just iron sighting it with these particular ones here that I have here, so it's not like I'm going to be 1,000-yard shooting with it anyway. But a couple things to note about this. This is the one, the original one. It has the wood handguard on him, but if you'll notice right here, up here, there is no button on it, so it does not have a bolt lock button on them. So the way you lock the bolt back is just with the magazine, and when you remove the magazine, you can release this. But you have to reach down in here and kind of fiddle around with it to get the bolt to lock back. So I just tell people the easiest way to do is put the magazine in it, put an empty magazine in it, it'll lock back, and that's how you get it to hold open. A little bit different. They changed that with some of the later ones. So the safety on these things is right here in the trigger guard. A lot of people do not like this. They don't like that you have to reach in the trigger guard to release the safety, and I tend to agree with them. It can be a little dangerous when you do that, but like I said, folks, many times it's the Indian, not the arrow. It's how you train, and you should always train to keep your hands off the trigger when you're not ready to fire the firearm. So we'll look at the next one here, and this next one's a little bit newer. This is a 1985 manufactured Ruger Mini 14. This one's in stainless, and this one has the folding stock on it. So very neat gun. A lot of people know these from the show The A-Team, and if you'll look on the top here, this one has the newer style plastic, polymer, whatever you want to call it, heat shield on it, and that's what the majority of the ones are going to have that you look at on the Mini 14s. Now, this one's still an older one, and they stopped doing the wooden ones around, I think around the early 80s. They stopped making that wooden heat guard on top. I think a lot of people have said online it's around the late 181 series. That's a 180 serial number, and this one here happens to be a 184. If you look at the serial number on this, it's 184, and that makes it manufactured in 1985. So it's an old one too. Stainless finish, still has the thin barrel on it. They hadn't made that change yet. I think around 1987 is when they made the change to the threaded barrel and made them a little bit heavier. Now, the notable difference on this is it's got this little button here on top. So when I remove this magazine out of here, I can release this bolt here and the breech will close. When I pull it back, I can just push this button here and that will hold the bolt open. I really like that a lot on them. I think that was a good change that they made. Now this one, one of the notable things about this is I have this 40 round stainless steel magazine, and those things are next to impossible to find. The reason I put that on there is because it kind of looks like the A-Team gun with the 40 round magazine, and I did happen to find several of them, but there was a lot of looking. One of the things about the Ruger Mini 14, if you look real close here, it says Ruger Mini 14 and it says caliber 223, and they both say that. And what that did is cause a lot of confusion and got Ruger a whole bunch of phone calls when these rifles came out. They wanted to know if they would shoot 5.56. Well, they absolutely will. The only one that I'm aware of that you cannot shoot 5.56 out of is what they call a target model, and I can't remember what year it came out. I'm not a Ruger Mini 14 historian or anything, but you can only shoot 223s out of that particular model. All the rest of these are safe to shoot 5.56 out of them, and it seems like everybody asks, can the Ruger Mini 14 shoot a 5.56? And it can, folks. Almost all of them can, except for the target model. Now, the newer ones that they have out today, I think they finally changed over and put on top of the receiver here. I think they finally wrote Ruger 5.56 or multi-caliber or something. But these older ones all say Ruger Mini 14 caliber 223. But they are safe to shoot 5.56 out of them. Now, the purpose of this video is to ask you, are these guns outdated? A lot of the younger crowd today, they're really hot and heavy into these AR-15s, and the AR-15 is a absolutely fantastic rifle. Do not get me wrong there. I own several AR-15s. You're never going to convince me that it's not a good rifle. But the Ruger Mini 14 is a very similar style rifle, and it often gets overlooked even by the government. When they did an assault weapons ban, these were not on the assault weapons ban because they didn't have a pistol style grip or anything. But let's think about this for a few minutes, folks. This gun shoots the same round as an AR-15. It takes very similar magazines, holds the same amount of ammo. It's a semi-automatic style rifle that shoots a 5.56 or 223, and it will do the same amount of damage. You can shoot it just as fast, just as accurately. Why would this be outdated? Why does a lot of people forget about these? Well, if you look at this stock configuration one down here, it really resembles a hunting rifle. That's really what it resembles to me. You know, a wood stock, just like a little carbine hunting rifle. The top one's a little bit more tactical. I always call it tactical, and I do that on purpose. Top one's a little bit more tactical looking because it's got the folding stock on them, and during the assault weapons ban you cannot have a folding stock on it, so I guess part of it's got stuck up in that assault weapons ban. But people like to modify stuff, and an AR-15 is like a Glock pistol. I mean, there's just tons of stuff. You can literally do the stuff on your kitchen table and everything, and these things just aren't quite as easy to modify. Now, you can get different stocks for these that have like M-lock rails and Picatinny rails. You can get scope mounts for them. I think I have a couple scope mounts and scope rings and stuff for these if you wanted to put those on. So they are pretty modifiable. You can put folding stocks on them like this. You can actually order a folding stock just like that now. You can put large magazines. I think they make drum magazines for them. So to say they're outdated is a little bit far-fetched. I wouldn't say they're outdated. They're just not as easy to modify as it is an AR. I mean, it takes a little bit more thought and looking around on the internet or in your local gun stores or at a gun show to find accessories that'll work on them. Definitely not outdated. I think it's every bit as effective as an AR. It's got a great firing system to it. It's just a great rifle altogether. Very well built. Now, one of the downfalls to these is the AR market is so flooded now, and they're so easy to put together. You can buy an AR, you can buy about 2 ARs for what you can get a Mini 14 for. So they're a little bit higher priced, but it's a little bit higher quality made weapon than an AR. You know, it's just not slapped together or anything like that. So one of the downfalls is going to be the price to them today. You know, they're going to be around, you know, the $1,000 range. I know you can get some cheaper, but you know, you're going to look to pay $800, $900 to $1,000 for a base Mini 14. And for an AR, you know, you can pick those up all day long for around $500 in today's time. So you can get 2 of them for what you can get these for. Very easy to modify and very easy for people to go out and make them their own. These are not quite as easy, and when you get them in the stock configuration, they don't look quite as scary as an AR-15. But for people to say these are outdated, it's absolutely not true. These are great rifles, folks. They will do anything that a regular AR will do. In 1987, they even came out with what they call a Mini 30, and what that is the same exact rifle, and it shoots the 7.62 by 39, or what more commonly people think of as the AK-47 round, the AK round. So very versatile gun, very modifiable gun. If you really look around, you can find accessories, different stocks, different attachments, and you can hunt with them. These are issued to police forces, correction officers that sit up in towers and stuff like that. Just an absolutely fantastic weapon, and I do not think they are outdated at all, but that is just my opinion. But anyway, folks, let me know what you think. Is the Ruger Mini 14 outdated? What you think of these two, this very old one and this sort of old one here on top? Let me know what you think about them, and thank you very much for watching my video today, and you folks have a great day.